Good morning. So today I'm gonna attend Gamer Summit. A lot of interesting talks on Web3 gaming.
But I think
it was kind of like a blessing and a curse in the sense of blessing in the sense of it made a lot of people take notice of this new thing, and it made a lot of people start to realize that maybe there is something that's possible here, that is a new business model or a new way to monetize or a new way to engage players that we hadn't seen before.
It enables us to visualize and test economies and game designs. Now, what happens in Axie Infinity, and I might slow down the simulation a little bit.
So that means you get to inherit Ethereum's decentralization and security while maintaining the scale. So now there are different types of rollups out there we have talked about. That's ZK EVMs are tasked to actually convert all of the smart contract logic into circuits, and doing that, proving that all in a very efficient manner. That's an extremely difficult task to do. So we have a few examples here.
MetaMask has an institutional custodial wallet, but I think
they could be bots, they could be smart contracts, it doesn't matter. I think at this part the talk is going to get technical, and I'd rather take time for questions because we'll have to break for lunch very soon. So yeah, feel free to ask me any questions if you have. This game is going to be released in like the universe, probably announced later today, so I won't actually announce it over here, but I can describe the mechanics. So we created this game mechanic called the Garden of Forking Paths, and it's a multiplayer choose your own adventure game mechanic. And the way it works is that the game...
Private. So all the things that I was telling you about where you essentially need in order to actually make your online game decentralized, we're trying to build, a set of primitives that, you can just take off the shelf and try to, build that version of your game a lot faster. And kind of a way to, prove it out and to dog feed it at the same time.
An unsigned transaction payload, so just a buffer. You would then sign that transaction payload and then broadcast it to the chain. And how you would typically do this is you would import something like Solana wallet adapter to connect to Phantom.
Talking about ice color, hair, weight, skin, nothing. In our case, we're talking about background colors, pattern, facial expressions, skills, stripes.
Right. Ideally, if this blockchain supports it, use it. The downside is it's only limited to certain blockchains. Right? So as I mentioned, Ethereum is...
Blockchains are actually using the random tokens for different purposes, on consensus, leader election, and other things. But in the real business world, there is like marketing. There are people who run academic, let's say, terms, because we have entropy and blocks. Like it's hash, but this hash can be either from a block of a blockchain, or it can be an entropy from all of these sources that I showed you before. It can
trying to treat every blockchain as kind of this, I don't know, like sci-fi.